Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I am plumbobd and today we're building the third and last starter home for my Oasis Springs rebuild series. Now this video should be coming up on Valentine's Day. I'm pretty sure about it because I am recording the voiceover on Valentine's Day and the video is planned for tonight. So happy Valentine's Day everybody. This starter home, I wanted to feel the spirit of Valentine's Day. I wanted to feel it, so I built this starter home for kind of like a romantic getaway, a starter home for a couple that's just moved into Oasis Springs. You can basically turn it into whatever you want. I set it as a residential lot, but you can very easily turn it into a rental, and your Sims can vacation here in Oasis Springs and I don't know, go to the spa, I guess. I mean, with my renovation of the world, there is a little bit more to do because you can go to a club, you can also shop for clothes, you can go to a karaoke, you can go to the spa. So it's a little bit more lively than what Oasis Springs typically is, but still I don't really see Oasis Springs as a vacation world. We're gonna build some rentals in future world renovations, but I don't know, you can basically do whatever you want with this starter home. My idea was initially to have it for a couple, so it's a little bit more romantic. Now I didn't go all out just because this is a starter home, so I was on a budget. I wanted to put many more things, but I guess it's romantic because I put a hot tub, so your Sims can woohoo in it. They can just chill out in the hot water in the middle of the desert, but I guess at night it gets a little bit colder. I put some fairy lights, a swing set that came with the little camper's kit, so it's very cute, romantic because it has fairy lights on it. The inside, it's more or less not a plain starter home, because I built it in kind of like the exterior is in loosely inspired Adobe style. The interior is a little bit more modern. I didn't go necessarily for the cheapest furniture in the game, despite it being a starter home. And yeah, basically the lot is not so expensive in itself. It's 17,000 simoleons, excluding the price of the lot. With the lot it's placed on, it's basically it's 19,000 simoleons, but most of the cost is taken up by the hot tub, because that's 1,500 simoleons. So yeah, that's a little bit expensive, but that was basically the main focal point of the romantic house in itself. I wanted to put like some the rugs that came with City Living, the one that have like rose petals, but I ran out of money, so that's basically it. The interior is a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. As I told you, I didn't necessarily go for the cheapest furniture, and it doesn't necessarily follow a style. I wouldn't know how to describe this style, but it's quite moody. I put like dark wooden flooring, dark kitchen, dark tiles. It's not super dark, but it's just dark enough. And yeah, so this speed build is a little bit shorter than usual because as with all of my starter homes, it didn't took very long to build, and that's why the speed build is a little bit shorter. Hope you don't mind. I just I don't know how to make my starter home builds longer. Like, this build is sped up 3 times, which is like on the lower end of the spectrum of what I did or what I do usually. I usually go from 3 times to 6 times the speed, and this is the lowest I could go. I didn't want to do again like a starter home like what we did with the Runaway Mom. I built it basically in real time because the speed build itself was so short, or I think I sped it like twice. So the speed build was very, very short for that build, and I didn't want to do it again. But you know, when you're working on a budget, unless I go like super slow choosing the furniture, you don't really take that long to build a starter home, because one, it's small, and second, you don't have much choice when it comes to style, because of course you want to be on the lower end or the cheaper end of the catalog. So the first items you see are usually the ones that you are allowed to build a starter home with. I mean, not allowed in the sense that you cannot use more expensive items, but you know, when it comes to choosing a kitchen set, I don't know, you for sure cannot use the 14,000 simoleons fridge. Otherwise, you have 6,000 simoleons to build the house and furnish all the rest. Yeah, I guess like we are a little bit more limited on furniture. You can choose to splurge on some items, but then you have to get rid of some others or substitute them with some cheaper items. So for example, in order to save a little bit of money, I've used the debug bed from Eco Lifestyle. That's like 700 simoleons, and that's it's a nice looking bed, but it's also like it has good stats. I don't know if you knew this, but things like beds or other appliances, things that fill your Sims needs, have stats attached to them. So the more expensive the item, usually the stats are better, so your needs will fill up faster, or the item itself will break less. In this case, for beds, for example, you will be able to sleep or fill your sleep bar faster, and also the bed itself will be more comfortable. If you go for cheaper beds, your Sims might wake up with like a negative moodlet, an uncomfortable moodlet, saying, oh, my bed was so uncomfortable, I slept badly this night. And it will be a little bit annoying, and therefore I went for the debug Eco Lifestyle bed, which I think has like energy 4 and even like stress relief 2, I guess. It's okay, it's an okay bed, and also it looks cool, which was what matters the most to me, because cheaper beds, either I've used them so many times I got tired of them, or they are just ugly, so I never use them. Also, I've used the Nifty Knitting rug, which is free because your Sims can knit them, so they don't cost any money. And I think that's it for the debug items I placed. Of course, I've used debug landscaping for like blending the lot into the world, just because this lot, despite being into like the starter neighborhood, it's so big. How would you even fill a lot this big? And or in fact, originally in the game, when the game ships, this lot is empty, probably because the Sims team didn't know themselves how to fill this lot. So I guess I'm doing their work. But yeah, so I've used debug landscaping just to make the lot feel a little bit smaller. Like the bushes that are around the world, I've taken them a little, like almost halfway through the lot, so the lot itself feels smaller. And then I've used like a couple of banana trees from the Courtyard Oasis kit. In terms of packs, I've used quite a little bit of packs for a starter home, which I'm sorry about. But as I told you already many times, I don't really want to limit myself when it comes to my creativity. Otherwise, for one, this is a starter home, so I'm already limited in the items I can use. And two, if I also had to limit the packs, my starter homes would turn out to be almost identical. So sorry about that. But yeah, this house, I've used like wallpaper from Journey to Batuu. The flooring is from Vampires. The curtains are from Movie Hangout stuff. I've also used some fitness stuff, for example, doors, windows, and the sink in the bathroom. I've also used Discover University for the shower because the bathroom itself is a little bit small, on the smaller side, so I had to use that shower so your Sims can walk over it. The mirror in the bedroom is from seasons. I used a plant and also a table from Snow Escape. So yeah, sorry, I've used a little bit of packs. Also the painting on the bedroom is from Moschino, and the plant I've just hang on the wall is also from Dine Out. So there are a lot of items or packs that I've used only once, and I'm sorry about that. But if you're missing all of these packs, I guess luckily you wouldn't have to replace so much unless you're missing all of them. But yeah, sorry about that. But as I told you, I try not to limit my creativity. But yeah, so as I mentioned already, this speed build is a little bit shorter than usual because it's a starter home. So we are already almost at the end. We finished the whole interior and I hope you liked it. It's as I told you, it doesn't fit a particular style, but I think it's nice overall, and especially for a couple. This house itself is like a starter home that's like actually nice looking instead of like run down. And the exterior like has a couple of loungers, the swing set from the Little Campers kit, the hot tub, so you have some activities, not necessarily hobbies, but I guess that will make your Sims go out of the house more often. If you have seen my Willow Creek rebuild series, you know in the library I placed a lot of skill building items, so you might want to download that lot to place in Willow Creek. And if you don't mind traveling between different worlds, that's very, very cool. And that's also a feature I personally like about The Sims 4, being able to travel between worlds. Even though it's not super realistic, I think if I had played The Sims 3 and I had to stay in one single world, except I think maybe for the university world and the vacation world, I probably would have not enjoyed so much the game, just because I like the change of scenery. I also like the fact that my Sims between generations, they can move to different worlds, and I honestly really like that feature, and I don't mind traveling between worlds, even though it's unrealistic to go from the desert to like a lush green world that's based in New Orleans. But yeah, so now we are at the end of the speed build. Screenshots should be coming up very, very soon, relatively soon. If you enjoyed this video at any point, please remember to comment, like, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you will be notified every time one of my videos comes out. That will be on Tuesdays and Fridays, and I also post shorts on Wednesdays and Saturdays, so you get content from me 4 days of the week. I'm still trying to figure out like when to film and when to record, so I am still videos for the next weeks might be a little bit bumpy, like maybe they come later or they don't come. Sorry about that. I'm still trying to figure it out. Also follow me on all of my socials. Those will be linked in the description down below, especially Instagram and TikTok. And that's it. So enjoy the screenshots, and I will catch you all in my next speed build. Goodbye.